Now, yesterday we did cover the insurance registrations of what we saw from NIO, and also did a second video where we covered exactly how many cars did Onvo sell in the 3 days last week, or in the last 3 days of last week. You will know that Onvo L90 was officially launched on Thursday. Delivery started on Friday, and therefore when counting the deliveries that Onvo L90 made last week, those almost 2,000 deliveries they made, they generated those deliveries in 3 days, which was something that was pretty solid. But when you look into the market of 6-seater or more, Onvo last week, though they sold only, or they started selling in the last 3 days of the week, Onvo took the first spot into the 6-seater or more, or on the 6-seater or more category of cars. I mean, I see on the screen, you notice that L90 there sold almost 2,000 cars last week, top spot, followed by Waypire Mountain with 1,700. Then you've got Lincoln Co. 1,600. Then at the bottom of the list, you can see that you've got Ideal Mega, which sold 800 cars, right, last week. So look, Onvo on the 6-seater and more, Onvo L90 took the first spot, which is something that is pretty exciting, pretty amazing. And yeah, I think this gives us the confidence saying that going forward, we should be seeing Onvo L90 doing the most under this category, which will help us go to the next level. I mean, one thing that I'm liking about the Onvo L90, it's obviously the fact that, look, man, NIO is ready. NIO prepared to make sure that this time around they take it to the next level. And this is very much different from what we saw when the Onvo L60 was launched. Remember, the Onvo L60, just 4 days after the official launch last year, I think rumor has it that they received over 60,000 orders. But the problem came when they could not deliver those vehicles to the customers before the festive. A lot of customers ended up cancelling their orders due to, of course, NIO not being able to sell or deliver those cars to the customers before the festive. People wanted to spend the festive season on brand new cars, and they wanted to find themselves driving their Onvo L60. Unfortunately, it was not possible due to the fact that the supply chain issues of batteries and production capacity not being enough, it led into NIO not being able to deliver as many Onvo L60s as possible. But one thing that gives me confidence to say that this time around it's different is because when they already do the launch of the Onvo L90, they had stockpiled over 20,000 or around 20,000 Onvo L90s, which shows you that they are already ahead, right? They can sell 10,000 Onvo L90s this month. They can sell 15,000 Onvo L90 in September, and so on, because they've prepared. Trust me, they've prepared to say that, look, man, we are going to the next level, which is absolutely great. Something that makes me to look forward to the deliveries of NIO overall from now in August. I mean, there is a post that has been trending on the streets of social media coming from the president of Onvo, Shen Fei, talking about the fact that, look, it appears that there is a rumor that is saying some of the Li Auto sales team members are telling some of those that have placed orders on the Onvo L90 to cancel and come and get the i8 of the Li Auto as soon as possible, because the deliveries of the i8, I think they are starting next week, and I think it's around the 14th or 15th. Then they will be starting with the deliveries. So they are telling people to say that if you look, you've got an option to come to us, and this is after I think they've also sort of like adjusted their pricing on the Li Auto i8, right? They've adjusted the pricing. Some of the things they are giving away some of the features for free to try to make their product to sell, which there's nothing wrong with that. But obviously Shen Fei addressed or tried to address this on Weibo to say that, look, he's not happy. In fact, he wrote to say that, look, Orders of the L90 remain the same, meaning that people are not cancelling their orders. That's number one. He says the Lidao L90 is a revolutionary product for large 3-row family SUVs. The front trunk, comfortable 3 rows, huge sunken storage space in the trunk, battery swapping, and more than 8,000 charging and swapping stations across the country all creates a huge value for users, a huge advantage that no one else has. I hope that partners will work hard. I hope that partners will work harder and focus on clearly conveying the value of the product to users so that users can be experience so that user can experience it more with love. There is great potential. So can you see this was his response, of course, right, to say after he read, or there was that rumor that sparked to say that there are some apparently Leoro salesperson. Remember, these are rumors who are trying to make those that have placed their orders onto the L90 to come to the ideal, or to cancel the order and come to the ideal i8, which, yeah, it's very interesting. And Shenfei, knowing that he came and put this out there, I think it's very, very important, and it shows us that, look, the product Onvo L90, it's so great. The infrastructure needed, whether you are buying it with a battery or without battery, as a service, you are going to enjoy this car because infrastructure is enough, right? That's what he's saying. Over 8,000 charging piles, battery swapping capabilities. It's just so great. The capacity of the trunk, it's just so amazing, and the space inside the car. He talks about these things to show how much value you get when you buy the Onvo L90, which is very, very important. I mean, the previous management of the Onvo L90, you know that one of the things that made Onvo L60 maybe to not gather as many orders, even though they've adjusted, or they had adjusted or sorted out their production issues. It's obviously the sales team was a bit inexperienced. They were selling more of battery swapping than the actual product itself. And one of the things that Shenfei said, if you remember, when he joined, or when he became the president of Onvo, he said, before you tell someone about the infrastructure that we provide, battery swapping, tell them about the car. What are the good things about the car? Good features on the car. Then just throw battery swapping capabilities as the cherry on top, which that strategy has been working. I mean, for the Onvo L60, you know that delivery wise, the deliveries have recovered. I mean, beginning of this year, Onvo L60 was selling around 4,000 cars, and right now Onvo L60 is selling around 6,000, 6,500 on a monthly basis since Shenfei joined, which shows that whatever he's implementing, it's working, which gives me the confidence that even the Onvo L90, look, it's still going to do so well in terms of deliveries. It's just the beginning. Let's give him a chance to, of course, work on improving the sales of the brand, because so far he's doing a great job, right, of recovering the sales of Onvo. So yeah, man, tell me what you think about this. Blue sky is coming, long term will win. Don't want to make this video too long, but I'll see you on the next one, my dear friends, and God bless you all.